Yeah. Hey. Welcome to the network.
Man, squad, what's cracking? Y'all already know what it is, man. Welcome to the Dope Bar. Blazing Up Radio in the building. We got a special guest now. We got Kurrent Q in the building. What's popping, my G?
What's cracking, man? Appreciate you for having me, man. Thank you for having me on the Dope Bar.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? I definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Peace and blessings to everybody.
Yes, sir. So, I always like to drink a little something. Normally, sometimes it's coffee. It's liquor. Today we doing wine, but it's a special wine today. It's my own wine.
Wine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to my partner, Mr. Cooper.
Yes, sir. Rosé I was sipping on right here.
Yeah. Yeah, this right here is that Signature Series Gold Standard Wine Collection. You know what I'm saying? Brought to y'all by my partner and I, Mr. Cooper and Blaze Hunter. You feel me? That right there is that hello. So I got me a good, nice little.
You might just send me a bottle of that.
Oh, I'm gonna get you right. We're gonna get you right, bro. Straight up. How you doing, G?
Man, I can't complain, man. I'm in the city, man. I'm in the city. I'm in the capital. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's treacherous right here, but it's all good though. You know what I mean?
It is treacherous out there. Yeah, you definitely ground zero of the craziness right now. You feel me? So me doing my due diligence. I know that you got that. That Caribbean heritage. So were you born in the Caribbean and came here, or is family from the Caribbean? How that works?
Yeah, I was born in the Caribbean and came here.
So how old were you when you came here?
I came here in 91. I was like about 5.
Oh, okay. Also, so most of your life, you've been here. You've been in DC?
Most of my life I've been here. I'm back and forth and stuff like that too. But majority of my life I've been right here.
So how's the climate in the Caribbean, like with all the things going on, like people and pronouns and AI, all these different things. Like, are things kind of the same everywhere, or is
it's definitely gotten a little bit worse, with the propaganda and all these different things. But Trinidad is a very funny place. You know what I mean? Trinidad is a very funny place. So even though it's a lot of stuff going on, people still find a way to make themselves happy. So that's just how Trinity is, man. But other than that, it's wars everywhere. We getting tried everywhere. So.
Yeah, man. The world, we in a crazy place. I do a couple different things, wear a couple different hats. So one of the podcasts I do, it's called Rapid Rants. Shout out to Rapid Rants. We tackle like 4 different crazy topics and we talk about it. One of the topics this past week was this, how they got the pronouns or whatever, but in this school is an all-girls school. Mm-hmm. A couple of the students want to identify as dogs and cats. So the little girls started, shitting in the sinks.
Say that again?
Yeah, they started number 2 one
defecating in the sink.
In the sink, yeah. So the school started they put litter boxes in the bathroom to appease them. Listen. And I'm like, what the hell is this? The fact that this is a story drive me crazy,
Bro, the main thing is they took God out of they trying to take God out of everything and place the devil in the schools. Everywhere. So we up against a system. We up against a system that's definitely not built for us. It's definitely built for a different kind of people. So. Once we get an understanding of that, we got to be able to pair together and stand together and stand on it. And we're not going to allow these things. It's not supposed to be happening. There's no way that you're supposed to be letting a child make these type of decisions when you're an adult. That's why you're the adult and that's why they're the child, because you have to guide their direction. You don't just take the direction from them and tell them, okay, it's good, knowing that you're going to lead them to a bad place, but without spiritual guidance, without having any type of spiritual guidance right now in this world, you definitely not gonna make it.
Big facts. I stand behind that 1,000,000%.
Niggas' kids gonna be making decisions like that.
That's what I'm saying. And little by little, the country trying to go crazy. A few months ago, they passed the law in LA Whereas, like, say if a kid, you know what, the little boy, like, you know what, I want to identify as your daughter now, and if the parents don't agree, if they passed it already, they can come take the kid and put them with a family who will accept them. I'm like, how y'all, like, you feel me? It's crazy, bro.
That's crazy. That shit right there, man. Shouldn't nobody be able to make those type of decisions, man. Nobody should be able to make those type of decisions unless the household. That's what goes to show you the people, as a people, we let too much pass, we let too much go on, and turn the cheek too many times. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be this way, man. But you see where we headed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And this is why I feel like a lot of people don't understand it and think, as people who do music or artists are just strictly here for entertainment. I also like to say that an artist is someone that are on the front lines for, these type of topics as well, because it could be just for entertainment, but you got a voice and you got a platform.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. That's for sure. And that's what it's only a very few artists that really voice their opinion. Everybody else, they kind of like just, they kind of just leave it up to the politics and say, well, that's not for me or whatever the case may be. But, they'll be in a whole different topic and be in some whole other shit where you could have just voiced your real opinion and, but they for the money too. So, they at a crossroads every second of the day.
Come on.
You know what I mean? So I more so look like it is they got to deal with God, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody got to deal with the maker at the end of all this. You know what I mean? So make the right choices now. But a lot of cats they already did that. You know what I mean?
Facts. You are a father, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So from father to father, salute. So
sure.
what is your approach when it comes to the father and your kids as far as the craziness of this world? You know what I'm saying? Well,
I mean, it's just structure. I grew up in a Christian household.
Yeah.
My mother was a prayer warrior. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she was a prayer warrior, so her prayers lasted a very long time. So I always try to keep my kids' head. I try to keep them in the Bible and watching certain things that's going to help them spiritually versus worldly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you gotta let them know the real. You gotta let them know the real deal. You gotta let them know the raw. You gotta let them know what they not teaching you in church and what they not teaching you in school.
Facts.
So, that's kind of like how I deal with that. You know what I mean?
Man, that's it's so powerful that you say that, because I know a lot of people who, because certain things aren't being taught in the church, they are not taking the direction to what you just said, teach the things that ain't being taught. Right. Some of them like, oh, they're not teaching this, so it's corrupt. And I'm like, I tell people the same thing with school. Certain things that ain't being taught in school, teach your child at home as well.
Teach them at home.
Straight
up. Teach them at home, man. Teach them at home. That'll give them a little bit more grounded than everybody else. You know what I mean? Versus them trying to fit in all the time. You know what I mean? Learn, what I'm saying? Let them learn how to lead righteously. You know what I mean? It ain't always about, you prejudging this. No.
Come on.
In the Bible, it damn sure tells you if you're being injustice, or what I'm saying, all these different things that'll come up where you can play the judge, because for one, there's no way that I can see somebody doing wrong and just tell them, man, you doing right. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Then what? So by me telling you you're doing good, I'm not judging you, but because I'm telling you bad, I'm judging you? No.
Exactly.
Shouldn't be like that. Shouldn't be a double edge like that. Should be straight to the point. But you already see what they doing. They telling kids they could be exactly what they want to be. If the boy think he a frog, let him go ahead and be a frog. No, it shouldn't be that way.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But,
yeah, man. So musically, how has fatherhood really influenced your creative process? When it comes to music and things you come up with.
Well, now because my kids are more teenagers.
Yeah.
I kind of like watch a lot of the verbiage and language that I use, because I don't want it to be derogatory towards my daughter or my wife or these different things, or for my sons. You know what I'm saying? Because I got 2 sons and I got a daughter. So, you know, and they all with me. So it's like I have to be very careful at times with the things that I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say, especially when it comes to my music, because these younger kids, they talking about a lot of you know, it's a lot of depth. It's a lot of you know, it's a lot of dark shit going on with the music right now. You know what I mean? They really controlling this music to a level where if you have anything positive to say, even on social media, you have anything positive to say, you know what I mean? They using it against you as like rhetoric, or you know, you trying to come up on somebody else, or when that's not the case. It's just, you know, it's rightful. Such thing as rightful judgment, man. Period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's such thing as rightful judgment. That's what I teach my kids. You know what I mean? Don't be a fool. Don't let them trick you.
Come on, man. Real talk. And now with the way that, you know, social media is now, as far as the music industry is concerned, it used to be simpler back in the day. There was a time where you talented, label see you, label scoop you, things work. Now we're in the day and age to where labels don't really have that power, so they're not looking to develop none of that. They're looking to see somebody that got somewhat the total package. All they got to do is throw bread. So with all of those obstacles that's there now, with also being a husband, also being a father, how do you navigate and, you know, and balance all of this out? You feel me?
Well, of course, you know, man, you know, as a family and having a family, you gotta piece it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta be able to piece it out. You gotta be able to separate every single thing. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm tired or whatever the case may be, I still gotta give that extra energy, whether it be to my kids, my wife, or my music. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. It's definitely a hard road. But if you got somebody by your side that's willing to, you know, understand and stay by your side, whatever it may be, then you're good. And that's, unfortunately, that's what I have. You know what I mean? So I've been able to sustain, taking my time over the years. You know, it's all on me. So you know,
that's a strong thing, having that rock by your side. I was this past weekend. Shout out to my boy King 9. He's doing a music video for his new song, and the theme had like this, you know, like Friday. We had to, like, my character was, you know, Chris Tucker. We did a lot of crazy stuff, fun shoot. One of the girls on the scene on the set, she played Nia Long's character. Her actual government name is Babe.
Dang.
And I was like, what was crazy about this situation was, I told my boy, I'm like, when he first introduced me, introduced me and my girl or whatever to her, and I'm like, you finna get in trouble. So later on in the shoot, somebody was like, yo, I need Babe to come over here, so can you call her and tell her to come through? So I was like, yo, B, she won't answer. So
right, yeah, you must say Babe.
Yo,
I get you.
Yeah, that thing crazy. But regardless, so I end up having to, she wasn't getting this, so I end up saying it or whatever.
Right.
She came through. The beautiful thing was, my girl is she not on the BS. I don't give her no reason to, so she you know, but I've been in situations before where just something as simple as that, even with them knowing whatever the context is, they still feel some type of way and deal with that, and it's so important to have.
They're emotional people. So
yes,
you know, it is what it is. But you know, understanding is key. You know what I'm saying? Understanding is key. That's why you got to have a good relationship with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that, that's lit, bro.
Yeah. So for your authenticity, like to keep your stuff authentic, you feel me? Because I already know, I see that you got this, good, strong, solid spiritual, background and spiritual foundation. Like, how do you, apply this stuff to the music, but without coming off, cliche, really just coming off authentic? Like, how do you navigate that when it comes to creating your music?
Just thinking it through. You know what I'm saying? Verbatim. You know what I mean? I take my time with my music.
Yeah.
Album for album, you're gonna get 6, 7, 8 months of work from me, because time time is a thing that needs to develop, and certain things need to happen in order for you to have a credible story. You know, if you keep dropping the same album over you on the same mixtape over and over, ain't nobody learning shit. Yeah, you got your swag up, but ain't nobody learning nothing from you. I would rather be, I would rather be the individual that has less music and more memorable music, more classic than just, you know, your everyday sound. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Also, like when it comes to my spiritual side, you know, it's a mix and just like it's a mix and a balance. I have to know when to input it, how to input it, and how I'm phrasing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's always just being meticulously clear on what I'm doing, and that just comes with a lot of you know, retracing my steps and seeing what I oversaid and take out a word here, take out these two words here, and shorten it up. You know what I'm saying? It's just about being curt, getting straight to the point. You know.
I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know this is Dope Bar. We got to pay these bills. You feel me? We'll be right back. We got the homie Kurrent Q in the building. We'll be back. Let's get it.
Look, the sun's out, but it's dark out. All these cats want to bark now. Talking about they got 100 rounds, going to chalk you down when you walk around. But I walk around in any part of town. Gun me down, I come back around. Spirit fell, I'm going to hunt you down. Can't crack my crown and never touch the ground. Pull out the pound, they want to talk it out. Y'all rap niggas sound basic. I ride around in any part of town with my windows down so the bass hits. Let's face it, y'all fake it till y'all make it. I take it and break it, replace the energy. The enemy can't shake it. I can take off in a spaceship and avoid all of this drama. That he say, she say BS, rather focus on the commas. I come from where we stand in front of judges with no honor, and mañana is.
You know what it is, shout it, sweat the technique, sweat the technique, sweat the technique. You know what it is, shout it, sweat the technique. Bet $100,000, I'ma be here all week. Cause we all in, homie, we be ballin'. Coming for that jackpot, so you know we all in. We hear you haters talking, we all in.
All in, making that bankroll. No cap, no fitting, no kango. Play 100 night, one got gang though. You ain't talking money, you ain't spitting my lingo. Good luck, talking my crew, bro. You get touched, drop it like judo. Ooh, y'all know I be about my bucks. I'm to the cupo. Yeah, I all in like the NBA. Hunter don't play. No, you can't roll with us. This king rock with this queen jack. Now that's what I call a raw flush. I told y'all I'm all in. So raw like Marvin. Always in the finals. Double SC, we stacking them titles. Yeah.
All in. We hear you haters talking. We all in. We all.
I'm independent, I can't sound with you.
Yo, yes, sir.
Yo.
Welcome back to the Dope Bar. You know, we got Kurrent Q in the building. Shout out to Modern Brand, you feel me? Shout out to Modern Brand and that whole staff. And shout out to BBC for using my song All In for the Olympics coverage, you feel me? Big honor, big shout out. And we back, you know what I'm saying? So,
Sure.
So we here with Kurrent Q, ladies and gentlemen, and one of the things that I also want to discuss is, and I'm curious to know is, when did you get started, like knowing that music was your thing and you started going full in on putting out the music, performing, and, you know, living that life?
I was more so into poetry a lot when I was coming up. You know, I was into a lot of poetry. I was into writing stories and stuff like that when I was coming up as a kid. So, you know, music was just another gateway for me to express that in a more lyrical sense. But definitely when I was probably 13 was when I started more so looking into it more, you know, looking at a lot of different styles, a lot of patterns that I like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of different entendres, you know, just certain metaphors, certain things that intrigued me a little bit, that just made me want to say, okay, I know I could do better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, in that type of sense, you know what I mean? Because I'm a competitive dude. So, you know, when it comes to lyrics, I'm always in a competitive state, because I like to do I like to go over a lot of reference tracks and, you know, listen to a lot of older music before I even start writing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's where, especially when people are hitting me up to do like features, I'm like, oh, I be warning people. I'm like, all right, is either A, you do your stuff already, do your stuff first,
right,
and then let me do it.
Right.
Because
right.
if I go first, my intention already going in is to make sure that I deliver to where I'm slaughtering everybody.
Exactly.
You feel me? So I done been in too many situations where the songs ain't been complete because they allowed me to go first, and people don't want to. So like, and I'm that now same way again. Competitive.
Like, oh nah, man, I lost the track, all this and that.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
On numerous occasions. Numerous occasions.
You know what I'm saying? So it'd be killing me with people. You know what I'm saying? So when was it when, once you figured out what it was you wanted to do lyrically, you started, hitting the studio, doing performances and shows, things of that nature. When did that start for you?
That really started off, I would say like 2014.
Yeah.
We really started like around 2014. I started, really writing and putting tracks together.
Yeah.
Helping people, producing, co-writing, for a couple guys. And once I found out how much acid I could really be, I just started working on myself. I just started working on my own lyrical play. I knew I could write already. Now after that, it was just all right. Like, what characteristics, what extra characteristics do I want to bring in to my favorite artist? So certain things that I knew that he could have did, but he didn't do it because he probably didn't understand, or he was just niggas gonna be niggas. They gonna be They gonna go full on with how they know. You know what I'm saying? But how they know how to do it. You know what I mean? Me, I'm a little bit different. I'm sitting back. I'm listening to this right a million times. I'm gonna rewrite it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
Come on.
Because I kind of I'm a perfectionist. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So when the pandemic hit, because that was definitely a crazy time. It hit, things shut down, things reopened. Now we're in this social media era of the industry. How do you navigate these waters now? Was it an easy adjustment to go from that to this? Like how did that work?
During the pandemic, see, man, I'm in the city, and me and my people, man, we band together. You know what I mean? We band together, and we just supported each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just supported each other. To be honest with you, you know what I mean? We all got our own thing going on over here, because everything is recreational over here as well. So we banded together. We worked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like, it was hard, only because of how they were making it. 6 feet apart. You gotta wear masks. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. To be honest with you, a lot of those things I didn't implement at all. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't for it, because it didn't make any sense. Didn't make any sense to me. So I went against that fully. So I'll be honest with you. I saw the pandemic. I felt it, but it wasn't really. It wasn't financial. It wasn't really financial on this end. It was more so being able to get around.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I love hearing stories about this, which is why I ask all the time, because it's always different. There's always different perspectives that that I never know of. For me, it ended up being somewhat of a advantage, because before the pandemic, I started doing the review shows. Like I'll go live reviewing people's music. For the most part, 20-25 people at average. On a good day, maybe 50-55. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing that. Pandemic came, shut everything down. DJs wanting hip to going live. The only person playing music was me. Overnight, 2,000, 3,000 people and that put me in a different stratosphere. So in those sense, that built my platforms. On another end, I spoke to someone who was locked up during the pandemic, and then had to find out and that was my first time hearing what they went through. Then of course also dealt with someone who lost a bunch of people. And then so hearing your story, which is none of those, and you know what I'm saying, it's like it's interesting how it is different, for everybody. So musically, from when pushing music before it and now pushing it now, was the adjustment to how to put music out? How was that adjustment? Was it a crazy thing? Did you have to, now I need to get hip with social media and all this stuff? Like, how did that work, adjustment wise?
Yeah, well, I mean, as far as for that, of course, you can never depend on the people like that you grew up with and stuff like that. You know what I mean? In different places in life.
Yeah.
And people,
facts.
Which means you got to do a lot of networking. You know what I mean? You got to go to the
come on.
events. It's just all about networking, to be honest. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people that have the internet presence, but they don't have the connections.
Exactly.
And they probably got one or two people checking them out, but they not reaching out. They not reaching out to you. Then the platform is just in like any other platform. You know what I'm saying? So me say that's always people try to the way, act the way, and work the way of the same way the people that you want to have around you. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly,
that's just kind of like how I get that.
Yeah,
So as far as for the music, I mean, look at Tory Lanez. He cracked the code. He cracked that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something so big that they started tampering with him. So man, people made a lot of good decisions. People made a lot of bad decisions. A lot of good ones left. You know what I'm saying? But God working. You know what I'm saying? God is working.
Yes. Yes.
I focus. You got to see through it. You got to see through it, especially if you was like me. I lost my mother when I was younger. You know what I mean? I lost my mother when I was in my teens, 15, 14. So I understood. I understood at a very young age on how to deal with certain things. You know what I mean? So I just, it's not that it's not there. It's just if I give that all the glory, then that's all I'm going to be looking forward to. I don't want to look forward to it. Even though I'm not afraid of it, but we still got a lot to do here. That's why he wake me up every morning. So
come on. I love that, bro. That's powerful. I love it so much, man. I love that. So I know that a lot of people I always see that a lot of people are based on the numbers of this. Like they're like, because now you can manipulate so many things. Like people can pay for Spotify streams. They can pay for these things. So at the end of the year, they be posting their Spotify raps. 237,000 yearly streams and 50,000 monthly listeners, but
nobody knows them in any kind of way. So, nobody knows them in any kind of way. Man,
it's crazy.
It's
cool. Crazy. Yeah. It's cool. It's a cool look, but I'm like, when you go to do a performance, where them 50,000 monthly listeners at? You know what I'm saying? Like,
see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
why they ain't show up?
Everybody at work.
You know what I'm saying? It's like people they don't get it together. There's this this company that I learned about last year that I've been using called Meticulously. It's like a Spotify and Apple Music or whatever, but instead of them doing the pay by streams, they allow your audience to,
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. What you say?
Yeah. So there's this platform I started using called Meticulously, and it came out last year, and it's like Spotify and Apple Music, except in the sense that they don't do that paper stream type thing. You know what I'm saying? Where you get paid a couple less than a cent each stream. They allow your audience to, pay $1 out of their subscription or whatever. So once I got onto it, I started, sharing the wealth to other artists, and I realized a lot of other artists ain't want to jump on it because they knew that they really don't got them type of monthly listeners and following.
Right.
You feel me? And they like, oh no, I can't jump on that. Go, people see I ain't making no money. That exposed me. And I started, so it's like, I just realized a bunch of things with, with artists and with people.
Man,
you feel me?
The numbers be manipulated like a mug, man. I mean, you got some of the bigger stars going through it right now. A lot of their stuff falling through because, the streams is not adding up with the people that's coming out to come see them. You know what I mean? But I mean,
studies show that 80% of the bots being purchased are from labels and these big artists.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
Man, you know how that shit be on YouTube, man. You see that stuff on YouTube all the time. Yep. They be in a room with a million different IPs and they just working.
Come on.
You know what I mean? That's the name of the game today. It's all about numbers, the matrix.
Exactly. So knowing that, you know what I'm saying, where do you see Kurrent Q at the end of 2024 going into 2025? What's the strategy? What's being dropped? What's the game plan?
Well, I'm definitely gonna be dropping some new. I'm in works of was getting ready to drop, which is changes me and with DJ Lights Up. We did that some time back, and I'm waiting on the artwork to finish. Once the artwork is finished, then I can play to everybody and stuff like that. But it's a summer song to be. I want to for this year. I'm gonna be dropping my second volume of the Elite. So the first one was already out. Now I'm gonna drop the second. I'm gonna drop the second one, the Elite Volume 2. So
I love that.
Yeah, but that's about it. Though. Just gotta keep pushing.
Man, y'all know what it is, man. This your boy Blade Hunter, Knife Wonder, man. This has been another episode of Welcome to the Dope Bar. That's Kurrent Q right there, man. Where could they find you? Let them know the IG handle, you know what I'm saying, and any last message you want to give them.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Kurrent Q, at KURRENT. Flow God. You can meet me. So the same name for Spotify, Apple Music, all over. You can catch my new artists. They all up. Fuck with me, man. Rock with me. Got some good shit in store for y'all. Let's get back to some real hip hop, man. Come on.
Straight like that, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Boy Blade Hunter. We out this beast. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.